Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 82. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo. I'm joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle W. Herzog.
Hello.
I was hiccuping.
I know. I was like, did she forget? Who?
No, I was hiccuping.
Hello. Hi,
I'm here to.
Tracey.
Hello,
Hi, Trixie.
Hi, it's me. I'm here to talk about Catfish season 2, episode 9. We've been watching on Hulu, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Season 2? No,
season 4.
4. I'm sorry, guys. Season 4, episode 9. I'm like, that is not correct. Season 4, episode 9. We're watching on Hulu. Just an FYI.
Blaire and Markie.
Blaire and Markie.
What do you think Markie's short for?
Okay. Well, I have a lot of things. So the first thing I will tell you is when they were saying Markie, I'm like, are they trying to say Marquis?
Oh, is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
No, I was thinking Markie because my dad had a female friend named Markie. And I was always like, what the hell is Markie?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to dig deep on that one, guys.
Dig deep.
If you guys want to hear more of Noelle and I without any catfish undertone, go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you will find our favorite podcast that we do only on Patreon called BS, where we just
we do this. We BS
a little bit. Also, don't forget, totally free, totally available to everyone and everywhere you listen to podcasts, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk and Teen Mom Trash Talk.
And follow us on Instagram.
Catfish Trash Talk, and on TikTok, Trash Talk Podcasts.
TikTok.
If you're listening to this on audio, you know that we're on YouTube now. So go over to YouTube, Trash Talk Podcasts.
Yeah, come look at us. I have on a Snoopy shirt. Like, come on.
Look at us. We're very pretty. Okay. So let's start season 4, episode 9. Blaire and Markie. All right. So they get an email from Superman.
Right. Oh, God, give me a break. You texted me that last night.
I texted you a lot of things last night. I was very mad about this episode. So Blaire is 22. She lives in San Antonio, and she moved in with her best friend Tara, her OG.
Right.
And she's from New York.
Right. She's from Roslyn.
Is she?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? She's from Roslyn.
Oh, God. All right. Well, she met Markie from Fresno on Instagram, and she was homeless when she met Markie.
I would just like to point something out here, just real quick. Markie, I don't care if it's legal. Markie's 17 years old in high school.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Quote, she gave me a purpose and a reason not to end my life, end quote.
Okay.
So she's her girlfriend. And they've never video chatted. And a week before they were supposed to meet, she was kidnapped and then called her from a mental hospital and said, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm still in love with my ex and I just want to be friends.
It would make me think maybe the kidnapping didn't happen.
Interesting. So a few weeks ago, Blaire got a new girlfriend.
Right.
And Markie said, no, thank you.
Markie's like, well, I don't want you, but you're not allowed to have a girlfriend.
Right. So she's like, so I am Superman. So she is Superman.
Oh, yeah, because she's the girl of steel.
She's the girl of steel. She said no matter what gets thrown at her, it doesn't matter because she is steel. So she lives, speaking of the woman of steel, she's living in a motel.
Right.
With Tara, her nephew, who is a infant.
Right.
And neither of them have jobs.
No, nobody has a job.
Maybe look into the steel union.
Maybe you could be a welder.
Maybe you could be a welder. Superman.
Yes, Superman. Like, get a job. Someone get a job.
Someone get a job.
Yeah, right. There are two able bodies, but okay.
So Blaire met Markie when she was living in her friend's car. It wasn't even, first of all, she said she lived in her friend's car for 3 days. That's called,
I know,
staying out.
It's taking a nap. Right. It's called breaking night with your friends. It's called a bender.
It is called a bender. Well, it wasn't even her car. It was her friend's car.
But how did you meet Markie? You had enough money for your cell phone, internet.
Interesting. And then when she met Markie, all of a sudden, she got a job and an apartment.
She just got everything as soon as she met Markie.
Only because she met Markie. So, Markie's sister had messaged Blaire and said, have you seen Markie?
Been down this road before.
And what Blaire should have said was never, not one time in my life.
Right. Not one time, not even on Skype, nothing.
Never. I've never seen her. So Markie said that she still has feelings for her ex, but Markie did save Blaire's life. Yeah. So she went from cars to a hotel.
Right.
So then Decaden is this baby.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. He is her world. Blaire's friend's nephew is her world.
Right.
So
I
that's
wish
good.
they would have explained a little bit, because she's like, the baby has no parents. And it's like, why exactly?
Well, she said that the Tara has custody of him from her sister.
Right. But it's like, I don't know. I just want to know more always.
I mean, not great things happen. That's what happened.
No, of course. But also, like, if she has custody, right, of the baby, wouldn't you technically, I guess, like, get money for that?
Yeah, you would think.
Right. Okay.
Unless they're getting money for it. So they used to
That's
flirt.
what I'm saying. They probably
Yeah.
get money for it.
Her and Tara used to flirt.
Right.
So they used to date.
Right. That's what I mean. They used to.
So they were like,
rub
do you want to move?
cookies. Right.
They used to scissor, and then they were like,
Mhm.
hey, do you want to
They were
move in
like-
together? And everyone was like, well, we don't have places to live. And she's like, what about a motel? What about we just go halvesies on a motel room?
Right. And now that we live together, we're not going to hook up anymore, because that's usually how it goes.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So her family kicked her out. Blaire's family kicked her out.
Why though? Tell me more.
Can't tell you why. Just because like
Mhm.
they don't really get along. They don't see eye to eye.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And also, she met Markie when she was staying in her friend's car. That's when she met Markie.
Right.
So
I
she
want to
had-
know how.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So she really wanted to walk into traffic on the freeway. Now, first of all, this was in New York, so that would have been the highway.
Right. I know, the freeway. Where are we?
Also-
California?
The underpass that they showed, I was like, ooh, are they implying it was the BQE?
Oh, maybe. You know what? The BQE is rough. You could definitely get mowed down on the BQE.
Yeah, you could walk into some traffic there. So Markie knows what it's like to have a hard life because she has a dead brother and she doesn't really get along with her dad. She doesn't really get along with her dad. Yeah,
So
no,
she,
that's-
they don't get along. So she's an orphan, basically.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
basically. So she, again, this is like the same story over and over again. Blaire got a job and she saved money and she bought a plane ticket for Markie from California to New York.
Right. But also, like, what happened to your job? What happened to your apartment?
You quit your job and threw your apartment in the garbage because Markie didn't
Because
show up.
Markie didn't show up. Right. But that's
that's
what I
it?
mean. So your
So
whole
it's
life
you.
went to shit. 'cause
So
she
it's
didn't
you.
come. This is a you problem.
Right. So it's you.
Yeah.
So she called her dad.
Mhm.
Blaire called Markie's dad and he was like,
Right.
hey, her dad, Mark.
I love that. Maybe she must have been named after
Mhm.
her dad.
Mm-hmm. And
How did that just come to me?
Oh, no, I got that. So
Yeah.
he said that he can't say, but she's not coming.
Right. But also, like, okay, time to cut your losses.
Stop.
Let it
Now,
go.
Blaire said something that I wrote down.
What did Blaire say?
She goes, and then, quote, I had myself a girlfriend,
I'm glad you had yourself one.
Katerina, and Markie said no. And so they look at Markie's Facebook. Markie has
Right.
a Facebook that's pretty real. Over
2011
2,000
friends,
Yes.
right?
It looks like a real profile. And so they go to Magnolia Pancake House and Beer Garden.
Yum. Weird. Pancake House and Beer Garden. Interesting.
Well, it's not that interesting because I've been there.
Here we go.
What do you mean? Where are we going?
Tell me about the time that you were there. This is in San Antonio, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, because we had reservations at Moe's because Moe's Mexican.
Mexico Mo's, right?
Yeah, Mexico Moe's had a branch. They had it was a franchise. It ended up being a franchise.
Okay.
And San Antonio. So they were all booked up, and I was like, but I've been to the original one, and they were like, okay, it doesn't matter. So my friends were like, let's just go over to Magnolia Pancake House and Beer Garden because they wanted beer
Mhm.
and I wanted pancakes. This is before I was gluten free.
Okay.
This is before I knew. So
All your friends in San Antonio. Yeah.
they're beer drinkers.
Yeah.
And they only do it in gardens.
Okay. I've
And I
heard
was
that
like,
about them.
Yeah, I was like, we can go to the beer forest. And they're like, absolutely not. They're like,
Forest.
garden. They're like, what do we pour?
Right. We only go to the garden.
Yeah, we go to the garden. So speaking of, Adrienne Appalucci opened for Louis C.K. at Madison Square
Hell
Garden.
Yeah. She killed it.
Madison Square
Killed.
Garden.
Where all the beer was drank.
There was a lot of beer there too. No, so it was fun though. And I actually got the beer pancakes.
Tell me about them.
So they used it's a yeast pancake.
That's delicious.
You hate when I say that. A yeast donut.
I do. A yeast donut. I can't. Anytime anybody says donut, I think of you and a yeast donut.
I like
It's
a yeast
so
donut much
funny.
better. I like a yeast donut. I don't like
I
a
know
cake
you
donut.
do.
You like a cake donut. I
I like a
yeast.
cake donut.
I like a yeast donut. I need to be a little, but they actually have them at Magnolia Pancake House and Beer Garden too, because they use the yeast from the beer to rise the pancakes, to rise the donuts. They have yeast muffins. It's delicious.
I've never had risen pancakes.
They're great. They're just cake.
Okay, it sounds pretty good. Did you get a flavor?
I got the fresh Rudy Tooty
Guinness
fresh,
ones.
the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity Blue Moons.
Would you believe I saw a commercial for a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity the other day? They're
I
like
did
the
too.
$7 Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity is back, and I'm like $7. That's it.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Well, I'm gluten free now, so it's different.
Sorry.
But if you guys are in the area, Magnolia Pancake House and Beer Garden is so much better than Magnolia Pancake House and Beer Forest.
Does Joanna Gaines own it?
No, that's Waco, Texas. Hello.
Yeah, but she owns Magnolia.
Oh, that might be her
Magnolia's
sister.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's her sister company.
No, her actual sister.
Her sister Peg. Peg Gaines.
Peg Gaines, because her sister's also married to her husband. When she got married, her sister took on her husband's last name.
Okay.
That's what, yeah. Like I'm Tracey Carnazzo Herzog.
Listen,
You
my mom tried to
your
give me my
mom does that.
stepfather's last
I know.
name.
She's like, but don't you want? It's
I'm
like, no,
I
mom,
didn't marry him.
Mom, I'm 35. This is
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Your mom loves to keep a last name.
Oh man.
So there's no image search
Right,
of
nothing.
Markie, but we know that Markie's Markie because you've spoken to Mark
Right.
Senior.
Yeah, no, this is real.
You spoke to Mark Senior.
You spoke to Mark Sr. You know that it's real.
You know that it's real. So they find her phone number. It goes to Clovis, California.
Right.
And on her Facebook page, they're like, oh, let's go see when she was missing, what the juice was over there.
July.
So July 4th to 7th, someone said, it was like, does anyone know where she is? Yada, yada, yada. So she was missing. Then someone posted a thread and said someone posted on that thread and said, this thread is for telling lies.
I love that.
So on the 14th, while she was in a psychiatric unit, she changed her profile picture.
Sure she did.
From the mental institution. So they find Christopher on her page. And then they also find a picture of her side by side with some guy, like it's a before and after kind of thing.
Right.
So Alex is her ex, and he calls them, and he said that she lies about everything.
She's compulsive.
Right. So she hasn't been in school, according to Chris now.
Because she got into a fight with a switchblade. It's good.
She got into a fight and she had a switchblade in her bag.
That's
a
good.
Switchblade knife in her bag.
Sounds great.
So he confirms that she did go missing, but she just like ran away.
Right. I mean, come on.
So they ask him if she has a boyfriend, a girlfriend. And he said, yeah, she's Skyping with a girl all the time. She said, this is my bae.
But yet Blaire can't get her to
Skyping
Skype.
with Blaire. So now Blaire and Tara, we go back to them with no jobs.
And Neve just holds that baby.
He's like, whatever. I mean, no one else is going to hold
like,
this baby.
Fine, I'll hold the baby.
So they have, they're living off of her savings.
And whatever money they're getting for the baby.
Sure. So she said that she's been missing this feeling her whole life. And Neve's like, what feeling? Sharing a motel room with a stranger's baby? And
right.
she's like, yes. She's like,
I guess
fair enough.
Very dedicated.
Fair enough. If you're missing the feeling of sharing a hotel room with a stranger's baby, you are fulfilling it now.
That's wild.
You manifested that
on Instagram, those two. That's so wild.
So nice.
Yeah. But I mean, come on.
So now they find these weird posts about how terrifying and crazy she is.
Bad person. Hashtag terrifying. Hashtag scary.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. So now
you're so scary that you use a hashtag scary.
Yeah, but then she put on the makeup with the blood.
So scary.
She's like, my soul is haunted.
Oh, I'm so scared of her.
She's like fake blood everywhere. She's like a Rottweiler. So do you want to do the phone call? I'm going to be her. This is a very staged phone call.
Which phone call is it? I just lost my place in my notes. So I have
it's
to go
fine.
back
It's when
to
Neve calls calls Markie.
Okay.
Okay. You be Neve.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Markie. This is Neve from Catfish.
What?
I'm in Texas. I'm with Blaire.
You're with Blaire?
Yeah, I'm with Blaire, believe it or not. And She really wants to meet you.
Oh, I know, but I have so much going on. I'm actually going to be in a parade later today. And then I have to clip my toenails. I am going to Africa on safari
Okay.
later this afternoon. And then I am going to finish my homework.
Well, what if we flew into California tomorrow to see you?
You know, my mom's calling me and Mark Sr.
Your
So
mom's name is Mark too?
No, my mom and Mark.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. and Mr. Mark.
Okay.
They're calling me, so I have to go. I can't hear you very well. I am on safari. I'm on the bus as well.
Okay, so we'll just fly in tomorrow.
I'm on a city bus and I have to do my homework because I am a child in school.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I have detention. That's why I can't meet my lover
mhm.
because I am in detention because I'm a child.
Oh God, it creeps me out. But nobody even talks
When
about
they were
that.
like, when they were like, she wasn't in school that day. I'm like, college? Like,
right. And it's like, how would you even notice?
how would you know? I would never notice if someone wasn't in my college class. I didn't have any friends in college. Okay. So Blaire doesn't know if she should be mad or grateful. She's like, I don't know whether
she saved my life.
Saved my life, but like also I'm like so mad at her.
Oh,
There's a very fake accent too.
Yeah, no, Blaire is just a very fake person.
They belong together. I hope they get married. Anyway.
They do, though. You're right.
So now they're in California and Markie's not answering the phone.
Shocking.
So they're going to the address that was attached to her phone number, but it seems to be maybe the cell phone store. It's like a T-Mobile store.
Yeah, it's like a strip mall.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, In-N-Out Burger.
Yum.
Yum.
I was like, is that a Grand Lux Cafe? But I don't think it was. So Blaire is mad. Blaire's so mad. Oh,
so tired of this shit. I need to smoke a cigarette about it.
I'm going to smoke a cigarette about it that I bought with my savings. Poor people, man.
Poor people are always smokers.
Poor people sure do have a lot of money for tattoos and cigarettes.
You're not wrong there, honey.
Thank you. So they find a geotag on Instagram. How do you do this? This is
okay.
Real.
How the hell do you do this? You could do that on Snapchat.
Yeah, but maybe they were doing it on Snapchat, but they made it like it was Instagram.
No, they said Instagram though.
Okay. So they find her house and the dad pulls up and she's like, yeah, I know her dad drives a red pickup.
Wow. You guys really nailed it.
She's like, that's Mark Sr.
Okay.
So now they play the scariest music.
Why did they do this? It's so dramatic.
I love it. And then they ring a bell and they're like, I don't know if this is doing anything.
You know, there's something about double doors though that I really do like. Double front doors.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so I like
that. They ring the bell and her dad comes out and he is the exact ringer for this comedian that I know.
Really? Bobcat? Because that's what he looks like.
He is Rick Gutierrez.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make Nick pull up the clip because I'm gonna show you a picture right here.
Oh, Nikki Clips doesn't have to do a clip.
No.
Okay, let's see.
I was like, oh my God, I know him. I was like freaked out. I was like, I know this man all the way. I think I've opened for her dad.
Oh, how funny. I
opened for her dad.
You opened for her dad. You absolutely did open for her dad.
I know. I was like, this is so weird. Like, I didn't even think I knew him. And then I opened. Look, I mean, I opened for him.
I mean, you literally opened for her dad, Tracey.
Just saying. Okay. So Markie went out yesterday with friends, according to her dad, and has not come home.
So your teenage 17-year-old high school age daughter.
I mean, he's not doing a bang up job.
But that's what I mean. She just goes out with her friends willy-nilly.
She gets kidnapped sometimes. Okay. Now Blaire's like, yo, I'm gonna get so mad. I gotta walk away.
Can I walk away?
Can I walk away?
I'm
walking here. I'm walking here. Can't you see I'm walking here?
Superman in here.
I'm Superman. I gotta go to the steel union and see if they're hiring, but only if Markie likes me, because you know I can't drive a truck unless Markie likes me. You know I can't do that.
That's true.
I can't do anything unless Markie likes me, because then I'll just quit my job if she says no.
I'll lose my apartment. I'll throw it in the
garbage. I'll throw it onto the freeway.
Yeah, you just throw it out.
The highway. So now Blaire walks away and they go to
Right.
Catfish Park to let off some steam.
Yeah, I know. You guys just chose a park to go hang out
Yeah,
in?
they were just gonna let, and it's freezing cold out.
So let's go sit in
They're
the
like, Blaire,
park.
we're gonna take you to the track so you could run off some steam.
Right. Why wouldn't you guys go to a cafe?
Cafe? Why wouldn't you go back to
The
Magnolia?
hotel.
Oh,
To
House of Pancake and Beer Garden.
get a
Get a Guinness
Stella
stack.
Artois pancake.
Get a Guinness stack.
Get a
delicious.
stack
With a Blue Moon syrup. Yum.
Yum. Served with an orange. Delicious.
I love orange Blue Moon pancakes from there. They're so good. They only have them on
so
Fridays though.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
Thank you. So they go to the Catfish Park to wait, and she calls. She's like, "Hello? Oh my God, where are you guys? Oh,
It's
you're
like, you guys came to my house?
Oh my God, Mark Sr. told me."
That's gonna make me laugh forever, Mark Sr. And now in my mind, her mom's name is Mark.
Her mom's name is Mark. She's like, Big Markie and Mark Sr. told me. So she's like, "Oh, I'll just come there." She's like, "I was like out and I just got back from safari.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna come.
I was gonna do my homework, but whatever, because I'm a child." So Markie pulls up. She's so excited to meet her, and Blaire is angry.
I know. Blaire, why are you so mad now?
She looks exactly like her picture. She is exactly who she said she is. You knew she was a liar and you loved her.
And she has crazy eyes. I mean,
super crazy eyes. So she said that, she's like, "What happened when you got kidnapped?" She's like, "Oh, I was 17 and the man pressured me to go with him because he saw what would happen to me in New York City, because I had a dream that I went to New York City and died. So he brought me to repent in the forest so I could repent my sins to stay alive in the mountains."
She seems credible.
I got to tell you, I love this story.
No, I mean, listen, it's a good story.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that? You can't say anything.
What can you say to that?
You're like, "Oh, all right." And they're like, "Who's the man?" And she's like, "I'd rather not say.
It's
I
private.
can't say. It's private, but he is a close friend that is an old man. I am in high school." Perfect.
Sounds great.
So she said that they were like, "Do you lie sometimes?" And she's like, "People in my life have told me that I do lie, but I think they're lying.
And I really try not to."
Yeah. And she said that she does have a lying problem, but she tries not to lie to Blaire.
Well, you're doing a bad job.
And then she does something that's so great. She's like, "Hello, Blaire. I'm in love with you. I have a semi-lying problem, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you." Neva's like,
"I want to wear your ring."
Shut up. Like, why? You think Blaire's gonna buy you a ring? Blaire's got a baby in a motel.
Oh my God, seriously. Neve like flips out.
Neve flipped out. She's like, he's like, "You're full of shit. And you met 10 minutes ago." So they both smoke a cigarette about it. Neve, all of a sudden you have a problem with people that met 10 minutes ago.
I know, right?
You've been encouraging people that met 10 minutes ago to get married constantly.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you have a problem with it. Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Well,
you make crazy people that have met 10 minutes ago constantly. You encourage them to be in relationships.
They also clearly have bought into Blaire's bullshit though, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blair's like, "It's her fault that I had to quit my job and throw my apartment in the garbage."
Buy that.
But it's like,
I have to tell you, everyone on Reddit, Blaire, what a great person.
Why?
Blaire didn't deserve this. And I'm like,
why?
What?
Why?
What is so great about Blaire?
Blaire put her entire worth into a stranger that she talked to for 4 to 5 months on the internet. So in 4 to 5 months, she was homeless. She found a job very quickly. She quit her job because because of nothing.
And now she lives with another stranger and a baby
in a motel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's a problem here and nobody's addressing it.
No one's addressing it. So they smoke a cigarette about it.
Uh-huh.
And Blaire said, quote, "You were all I had." She said, "I spent my last penny for you to get to New York City." Was that a good idea, Blaire?
Who's the fool?
I thought you had no pennies.
Keep your job.
Keep your job. You could make more pennies.
You could have had more pennies.
So Blaire
also, don't get a non-refundable ticket on someone you don't even know. What are you thinking?
You knew she was real because you bought her a plane ticket, right?
Right.
So you had the real name. So Blaire smokes her motel money right away.
Just keep smoking that motel money.
And Blaire said the lies need to stop.
They're not gonna.
And then Neve's like, "I see a lot of myself in Markie."
Really, Neve? Tell us about your past.
What did you want? I think he's saying that like he's throwing she's hopeful that they'll be together, kind of like how Neve wanted to be with that girl on the Catfish the
Oh
movie,
yeah,
I
okay.
think.
Because
But
I'm
like,
like, Neve,
he
were you
doesn't explain.
switchblading in high school?
And Blaire's like, yeah. Neve also got in a switchblade fight. She's like, yeah, I don't think I want to be with her. I think I'm just gonna stick with I got myself a girlfriend. It's like, Blaire, you already had a girlfriend.
You already had a girlfriend anyway. This is like that guy when he did that to that girl, and it was like, let me see who I like better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, I'll stay by your
Raffinay was
side.
the girlfriend.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh. That
That
made
guy
me
was
so mad.
bad man.
Bad mad.
Bad man things. Okay. 3 months later, Markie
Come
and
on.
her are good friends. They talk every day. Markie's going to therapy, and she's going to be going to
Mhm.
DeVry. I call bullshit.
Tracey, when she says DeVry too, I'm like, oh my God, this is like Tracey's favorite thing.
I love it. If you guys ever stayed home from school
Mm-hmm.
and watched Maury, every
Mhm.
single commercial was either for DeVry or Lincoln Tech.
God, it's so true though.
Or Jacoby and Myers.
Jacoby and Myers, on and on and on.
Or JG Wentworth.
JG Wentworth.
877 cash now.
That's right.
Don't give them free advertising.
Sorry. Okay. J.M. Wentworth.
So Blaire no longer wants Markie. She's going to go live in Florida. Tara has a new girlfriend. So they broke up basically. Blaire gets custody of the baby.
Sure.
And is taking the baby to Florida to live with Karina.
Okay.
Katarina.
Bullshit.
What do you mean? What's going on here, Noelle?
This is false. This is false advertising. This is a lie. Her life was probably still shit and she wanted to make it sound better. That's not real. She was going to get custody of the baby and go to Florida
with no job, and still
Shut
no one
up.
has a job.
That's what I mean. Shut up.
But Tara gave
and
up
you
her
have
nephew?
An apartment in Florida, right? Tara met a new girl and gave up her nephew that she had since he was 3 months old. Sure, Jan.
Noelle, what really happened? Do you know anything?
Okay, so I found both of them on Facebook.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at Markie right now. They never wound up being together. They're not
Why?
even
They were
friends.
perfect
They're
for-
not.
They
they're
are
not,
literally perfect for each
I
other.
know, and they're not Facebook friends. Like they're
Oh.
nothing.
Okay.
Markie Dieguez Ostrovsky.
Mhm.
She lives in Fresno. She's from Clovis. She's married to Daphne Dieguez Oz. So she is married.
Okay.
And they don't have any kids or anything. It's basically she just posts about what's it called? Anime. She posts about a lot of anime. She posts about smoking pot. Yeah, Walmart.
I heard Walmart and smoking pot. She's on brand. I heard she actually got custody of the nephew.
You would think she would probably be better.
Who else do we have?
So Blaire has 2 pictures. I mean, 2 Facebook pages. So Blaire has the original one, Blaire Laventhal, which is Blaire Torres Laventhal. That hasn't been updated since like 2015. So then now she has another one, Blaire Didn't Give a Fuck Laventhal.
Blaire Superman Don't Give a Fuck.
So Blaire has the same name, but in the bio it says daddy to daughter. And it says that Blaire lives in Bayside, is it now Bayside, New York, is in a complicated relationship.
Oh, I love that. That means everything's going well.
And I guess Blaire's girlfriend has a kid and they're raising the kid together. There is no, I can't remember the little boy's name, but he's not in sight. He's not in any of these pictures. I combed through all of these pictures. He is not in any of these pictures. Nobody lives in Florida. Like, this isn't real. Brittany is her girlfriend. So it's like, yeah. And they live in Bayside now. Bayside. It's right here.
I used to swim at Bayside High School.
Oh, also she has hashtag from May 2nd, 2019. Hashtag, you can't see it, but in the Hamptons, it says.
Okay. I didn't see you, Blaire. Like, you
no,
drove
I know.
by.
I know. So she basically just posts like a lot of stuff about like being Boricua, Latina pride.
Wait, hold on.
Blaire, her last name was Torres, her original last name. I think she's
really?
Yeah, she posts about like a lot of like Latina pride.
So she must be half Jewish, half Puerto Rican.
Because she lived in Rosalind.
And her last name was, what did you say, Leventhal or something?
Yeah, Leventhal.
Interesting.
It's like Torres Leventhal. So yeah, she is just raising a baby with someone
Anyone's
else, but
a
not
different
in
baby.
Florida and not that baby. This kid is
Okay.
probably like 3 or 4.
Okay. So if we were to meet our online boyfriends and then things didn't work out and then they do the 3-month checkup. Okay. Hey, Noelle, we're just catching up with you. What are you doing now?
I'm just like focusing on myself right now. No,
What
what
else?
am I supposed to be like them? Like, what's my
Yeah, like
angle
give me
here?
something good. Give me something like, what would you say to brag?
Oh, well, I have a house in the Hamptons right now, obviously.
I mean, we don't not.
Yeah, I have a house in the Hamptons right now. I have no kids. So I don't have any kids. I do not have one child. I have a house in the Hamptons. And that's it. I'm living my best life by myself. I have a horde of chihuahuas.
I love this.
And that's like who I am. I am a part owner of Dove chocolate.
Oh, wow.
So
Dream
this
big.
is why, look, I got all this candy to spare.
You're in the factory right now.
I'm in the factory right now. Look, Tracey's here too. Yeah, and I also own a share in Bath and Body Works too.
Just one share.
Just one. They sent me a lot of candles. I'm a candle tester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's who I am.
Okay.
And I still have an Android.
You're still poor. That would have been the first thing that I would have said if I were you. I'd have been like, well, now I have an iPhone. My text messages go blue. They don't turn the entire group chat green.
You can even name a group.
Yeah,
chat.
thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to
How
think
about you, Tracey?
What would I say? I'd be like, hey guys, thanks so much for catching up. Yeah, I've just been doing like a lot of like bikini modeling. Yeah, it's just like I have like the flattest stomach in the area. So they've just been like making me do like a lot of because they said like my butt is just like so big, so that's why they wanted to do that. And they pay me like a lot of money, and I've just been like a lot of I'm having a problem, like I'm hoarding money. And there's just so much that I've been just trying to clean out my money room.
Okay, you're just like, you basically have to lay on the beach every day ass up because they're obsessed with taking pictures of your butt.
I know, but it's like also there's times where I have to lay ass down so that they don't take pictures of my butt unsolicited.
But then you can't even lay comfortably because you're on a slant.
I can't. It's just the slant is crazy. I have to dig a hole. A lot of times I have to dig a very big hole for my butt.
You do for that butt.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. It's so crazy. And then my very flat stomach gets burnt by the sun. It gets singed.
Yeah, I hope you wear a one piece next time.
I couldn't. I could never do that.
No, I know. You wear thongs. Strictly thongs.
A lot of sand. My biggest problem right now is sandy cheeks.
That sounds like a problem. Sandburn.
Sandburn. So guys, thank you so much for listening. Me and Noelle are doing really well in case this was a checkup. Make sure you follow Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram, Trash Talk Podcasts on TikTok. Noelle's at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Chuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for my upcoming stand-up comedy tour dates. I am opening for Louis J. Gomez at Yonkers Comedy Club, and also Adrian Appalucci at Yonkers Comedy Club. So check that out. TraceyCarnazzo.com. I'm opening for Hannah Berner April 16th at the Palladium Theater in New York City. So, and that's also my birthday.
Awesome.
Thank you. Goodbye forever.
Bye.